Rangers, good to see you. Sure thing. Let's have a look. There you go. Anything else? I'll be here.
Speed, extra attacks, evasion. More damage. Stun. I would need definitely this one. Shrug it off. Skill points remaining. We're gonna away with that. That's instead of Kwon. And the items are guilty. Alright. Alright.
Rangers, good to see you. Sure thing. Let's have a look. There you go. Anything else? I'll be here.
Crits with a rocket. And better crit chance with a rocket. Penetration and damage. Snipe. One strong fucking sniper right now. Conan. Minus 20 plus 20. All chokes. I need magazines. Magazines and under barrels. You should have some magazines and under barrels. I'll make them stronger, though even I don't know why I'm doing it, because I'm already strong enough. Yeah, it's hilarious even there's stuff, but there's no one else.
Hey, it's the Ranger!
He became a scientist. Which hunter build do you think is the strongest? Can you please name me all the subclasses, then I'll tell you. For the hunter.
Let me show you.
I will need to be in the game to see who's actually the strongest one. You know how many different games I've played in the last few years, okay? Imagine if I knew everything without checking it out. Colluding Scoundrel, Divine Hound, Divine Hunter, Forester. Wandering Marksman. If you really want to deal damage, it's Wandering Marksman. Simple as that. If you plan to play with ranged. Do you want to go ranged hunter or a melee hunter?
What can I do for y'all?
Nah, come on, fuck.
Sure.
Wait. Where was I? Scotch ball. Get that crit up. Get that cone angle. I literally play without assault rifles, no SMGs, no machine guns. Like this.
Rangers, good to see you. Sure thing. Let's have a look. There you go. Anything else? I'll be here. I like straight armor without penalties.
Don't know, I never tried, to be honest. If it's female only, then it's female. I'd never tried.
Been seeing it now. Sure thing. Let's have a look. There you go. Anything else? I'll be here.
Up we go. I guess that's it. Anything you... I gotta sit here.
Stay sharp.
Yeah?
Here you go.
Can you imagine what would have happened if they took those resources? It could have created thousands of robots. It'd be a goddamn robot roach apocalypse. Good work, Rangers.
Roach apocalypse.
Sounds like Markham's got Steel Town running like... Stay sharp!
Yeah. Been so long since they changed the oil in this thing, it's given itself a shave. Steel shavings and sludge.
Shit. Gonna have to give the whole engine a bath.
Be quicker to just put a new engine in.
If we had a new engine. Good point. Okay, get that thing out of here. I'll get the hose.
Proper maintenance is so important.
Back to the Union Station now. Gonna be strong as fuck. 2 stun locks. 3 tanks.
It's Mr. Funtime.
A rocket launcher.
With a harrowing tale of a man
A great sniper.
turned servant of death by his own pride and ignorance. Optimism may make
Look
you
at this
many
bug.
friends,
My vehicle is
but
undiscovered.
pessimism can keep you alive. Deep in the south of Arizona, a farmer named Oliver awoke one morning to find his crops had grown to ginormous sizes. Melons the size of a prize heifer. Cucumbers that would put any man to shame. Believing that God had touched his ranch, the farmer invited all his neighbors to
Horses.
Welcome back, Patriots! Ain't it a beautiful day? Reagan bless this arm steel.
Frankly, I think I'll do all of those mini-maps, then I'll do the DLC, and I'll leave big maps for the last Denver Aspen and the map where Liberty is. I lost kisses, yeah. Play without kisses. I'm completely fine like that. And I didn't lost it, I got it prepared here. Alright. I just need a few more levels. All is fine. I always conserve skill points because of that.
Team November, you've come at last. Thank God and the Elder Statesman. There's a particular terminal you'll need to access to free me from this prison. I've activated a radio beacon marking its location.
We're on our way.
Godspeed, Rangers.
God is being professionally butchered. What is the sacrifice of playing on difficult skill checks for Supreme Chair? Animals. Animals. That's the main sacrifice. You just don't have enough points. I mean, you can get them, but way much later. Sneaky shit. Perks. Sneaky shit. 2 perks remaining. Keep 1 for Shane ambush and that's it. After that it's probably weird science.
Mind the door, Trav. The idiot who set it up exploded before he could tell me how to disarm it.
Dr. Denver.
I saw you come. Whoa. You're here? You're amazing. Oh.
Fuck that bug. Fuck that bug. What the fuck? Are you for real?
Hey, fish lips! I'm calling you out! The hardheads need a real leader! Someone who keeps their eyes on the prize!
Oh, she's always going on about those stupid glasses. Leadership challenges ain't my problem no more. Take it up with the Rangers.
Screw it, I don't want to know. You're on our turf and we're gonna take you out.
Shit, I played first.
Cutting their flank! I'll fuck him up!
Stop!
No, no, my stupid pets. No. No, 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 God, no. God, no.
Targets incoming.
Oh, shit. Ah, Scotch Boy's far away. Easy. Stun loss. Oh, it's a bump.
Is that all?
They should nerf these pets. If you ask me, it should be like at least 3 to 5 times harder. Yurion, how you doing? Hard ass. Aviators. At least 5 times harder.
Rangers, you are very close to the entrance that will lead you to me. However, my prison is still locked. You need to backtrack and find the database terminal so I can grant you access to open the door.
Yeah, that fuck out, buddy.
Well, there ain't nothing here. Except
Looks
maybe
like it's expensive.
that.
What is this? V8?
Oh, I know, yeah, those.
Around the world in 800,000 days. The tale of snail's journey around the globe.
Oh, I hate this thing. A giant dead metal snake. useless.
Boom. Dead metal snake.
Hey, so, you know how everyone calls the boss fish?
Yeah,
What's a fish?
it's an animal. Lives in water. In places where it's not ice, I mean.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Animals can't live in water. How would they breathe?
I don't know. Animals are weird.
You're weird.
At least I've heard of fish. You hear something?
No. You pay your boss.
All right, listen up. These are the Desert Rangers. They're in charge now.
Anyone got a problem with that?
You beat the boss. You is the boss.
It's so fucking cold out here.
You already said that.
It's...
Hey,
What?
I'm really glad we're friends.
Me too, buddy. Me too.
Rangers, you're approaching the correct position. Look for a small bunker-like building. You will need to access the terminal inside it.
That old cement bunker was here when we moved in. I sent nobodies at it, but they all died.
The bunker door may be locked. I'd warn you against using explosives to open it. The console inside must remain intact if I'm to be freed.
The show that you have to see to believe. Can you believe what we've got on the show tonight? I mean, can you? Look at it. Wow. It's incredible. Really. In all my time on this show, I haven't seen anything quite like it. It just kinda takes your breath away, doesn't it? Amazing. Really amazing. I tell you. We're gonna go to our call-in line now and hear your reactions. Hello, caller. Is this thing amazing or what?
Who is this? Unlock. Who created this username for us? Right there. Access my prison in the ruins. Let's set him free. After this, I don't know, Denver perhaps, or I just start the DLC. I would start the DLC on a fresh new stream. I wouldn't start the DLC now. The last DLC.
My favorite place for drinking with people while eating people.
Snake squeezins. We can craft snake squeezins. Mechanic stamp. Mechanics. Schwap.
I've never seen this. Who the fuck put this here?
Welcome, Rangers. When you are ready, I'll open the blast doors.
Wasteland 3 is in a perfect state right now, and it's worth playing, especially if it's someone's first run. What they nerfed, I don't know. I know I'm having the easiest time ever, even with Permadeath and with difficult skill checks. The next run of Wrath of the Righteous is when I see some huge changes. Where are they?
Great. I can't wait to meet you.
You locked Proast and Polly. What the fuck is this nerd stuff? Lol. Fuck. Fuck. Although. Go! Fish lips. You're a programmer. Cannibal programmer. Plasma weapon. Give the nerd stuff. Frankly, it's still not enough for me to go back to Breath of the Righteous. I wanna see more changes. Sniper rifle by 1. Oh, I needed this.
Morningstar's physical specs look solid. What about sensors?
The DARPA brief calls for magnoscopic visual input, passive IR, and military-grade audio pickups. The initial proposal called for a micro-phased radar array, but the energy output was an issue.
The power plant couldn't handle it?
The problem wasn't the reactor. The problem was the microwave emissions from the radar would cook everything within a 30-yard radius.
Holy shit! They're really going all in for the Gipper here, aren't they?
Sure. If we can ever manage to get the thing to actually drive.
Minor detail. Everything else is right on target.
And we are ambush. Sniper is done. Maxed it out.
What a fancy shithole.
Sergeant tokens. Rider board.
Greetings, Rangers. I am Morningstar.
So you're a talking car.
It is. I wish to die.
I had a talking car once. Used to drive me to bars. Bastard sure as hell shut up after I hit that church, though. Just one word would have got me off the hook, but no.
Whoever he was, I envy him. Both his freedom and his release. Listen now. I need your help. Of course. I'm sure the ones topmost in your minds are, why was I made, and how did I become trapped here? Well, it was like this. Before the war, there were several attempts on the life of elder statesman Ronald Reagan. I was built to protect him from harm and allow him to take the fight to his enemies if necessary. Sadly, before I could be completed, the bombs fell, and this facility was abandoned. Thus, though the sole reason for my existence has been dead for more than 150 years, I have sat here, alone, aware, and conscious of my failure ever since. It has been unbearable.
You knew Reagan?
Sadly, I never had the honor. In a life of disappointment, not meeting America's greatest president is the deepest.
Have you heard of Gippers?
Dangerous lunatics. I have monitored their radio traffic. They think they honor the elder statesman, when deifying him goes against every precept of his deeply held Christian beliefs. They disgust me. Such as they are, I am a worthless piece of scrap.
Tell us about your weapon systems.
I am outfitted with what my creators called the Great Communicator, the most powerful weapon available at the time of my construction. But more important is my advanced cognition engine, which allows me to make nanosecond tactical judgments while in battle. I am apparently the most sophisticated combat AI ever created.
Can we complete you, repair you?
That is sadly impossible. I was to be powered by a nuclear engine capable of generating 3,000 horsepower, but the technological breakthroughs necessary to its function never materialized, and no lesser engine would be capable of moving my considerable weight. I am as pathetic as an elephant without muscles. I shall never move.
Can we transfer your consciousness?
It could, yes. My cognitive circuits were made to be removed for servicing and upgrades as needed, or if an improved version of my body was ever completed. But there's no point to that now. I was built to protect Ronald Reagan, and Ronald Reagan is dead. There is no reason for the continued existence of my self. Of course.
Are you certain you want to die?
I have been certain for 150 years. All I have been waiting for is some gracious deliverer to answer my call. Thank you. Killing me will be a delicate operation, and not without risk, but it shouldn't take you very long. And, if it will serve as an incentive to help me, you will be able to extract my primary weapon in the process. Payment, as it were.
We'd like to put you to work. Pull your brain out of this vehicle and put it into ours.
Work? For you? But I was built to protect elder statesman Reagan. I have no other purpose, and I failed in that purpose. Death is my only option. And, if I were to die, perhaps God might permit me to at last see President Reagan, as I have longed to do all this time.
You believe in God? You believe you'll go to heaven?
I was programmed to believe as elder statesman Reagan believed. So yes, I believe in God, though, being a machine, I doubt I have a soul, and it is therefore unlikely I will go to heaven and see him. But I have also been programmed to be capable of hope.
Say you're programmed to believe these things, so it's not you who are obsolete, but your programming. Let us fix it. Let us give you a new purpose.
You would just rewrite my brain? Change my personality? My beliefs? No! I am... Am I? Strangers, this love of the elder statesman, this guilt at my failure to protect him, has been a weight on me heavier than my armor. I do not wish to forget what the President means to me, and yet, if I could move on without dying, if I could do something to prove that my life has not been a pointless joke, I would be always in your debt. But you must promise me that you won't erase him from my heart. You must promise me I will still be... me.
Promise.
Thank you. Then I am in your hands. You will need to remove my cognitive engine, but 2 things. 1, the moment you start uncoupling it, my defensive cortex will begin an auto-destruct sequence, and to stop me from exploding and killing you all, you'll have to complete my removal before it reaches 0. 2, that means you will have to destroy my primary weapon, the Great Communicator, because you will not have enough time to remove it and my brain.
So we get either your brain or your super weapon, but not both.
I'm afraid so. The Great Communicator's delicate core systems would take too much time to extract intact, and they block access to my cognitive engine. You will have to destroy them to free me before the self-destruct countdown clock expires.
Stop you from what now?
It is a safety feature. Removal of my cognitive engine is interpreted as an attack, and any such attack will trigger a self-destruct sequence. You will have roughly 1 minute to finish the job before I explode, so do not hesitate once you begin, Rangers.
Okay, leave the hood.
Is this pain? This is unbearable.
Self-destruct countdown initiated.
Forgive me, Rangers. I was unaware. The procedure would cause discomfort. But you mustn't stop. Heaven, help me. Hurry, it hurts.
Find disable Morningstar pain feedback module.
Oh.
You locate an innocent-looking processor and pull it out. Morningstar size.
Thank you, Rangers. That is a great relief. I should remind you that in 25 seconds, I will self-destruct.
Finish removing Morningstar from the vehicle.
Thank you. I'm free. How strange it feels. Thank you, Rangers. I am ready to be installed in my new home. Transfer complete. I am... Forgive me. My sensors make it clear this vehicle was not built by the finest engineers in the land. However, it is mobile, while my previous incarnation, despite the innovation of its design, was not. Please, Rangers, when you're ready, I am eager to be taken for a spin.
Frankly, I don't even know what mythic path I'll take. I really don't have a fucking clue, okay?
Are you listening? I have been condemned to live.
Eventually, I'll play with all mythic paths. Eventually. Now, what will I play next? I really don't know. This is a DLC. There's only Denver left. There is the final area. There is one Scorpitron down there. Oh, we go to Denver. Let's go to Denver.
Just your daily reminder to stay away from the abandoned parts of Denver, where unseen voices whisper and dumpster divers disappear. Brrr, spooky stuff. And now, some music.
Never heard that song. They added this song. Yeah, they added this song with the DLCs. Communist.
Session. Outsiders are forbidden to interfere.
At ease, Sister Glory. I know what this is about. The Patriarch has sent the famous Desert Rangers to inquire after his son, Valor. I'll be with you in just a moment, Rangers. Justice is swift in God President Reagan's America. Business does not take precedence over justice with us. You'll have to wait. Ronnie, are you ready to begin the trial?
Yes, Nancy. Present the accused.
Construct depicting the elder statesman. Curious. And beautiful.
So you not only interrupt our trial, but you allow your machine to prattle on about our great God President?
Car, shut up. That car was built for the original Reagan. You two would probably get along. This car was built for the original Reagan. He knows more about him than any of you.
You're treading dangerously close to blasphemy, outsiders. Our courtesy only extends so far. You've obviously been duped by some commie plot. We won't hold that against you, as outsiders fall victim to such things all the time. However, you will not bring that infernal contraption any further into our territory. Now, back to the matter at hand. Husband, this heathen godfisher attacked 3 of our commandos, captured 1, cut off his limbs, and sent him screaming into the sky.
The gods of the sky must be appeased, or the nurturing rains will never come. Thus, we appease them with our sacred kites and the blood of unbelievers.
They don't even eat those limbs either. It's fucking criminal.
Well, that doesn't sound very civilized. What's the other one done?
It is some kind of Wizard of Oz thing. Is there a guy in there making talk?
There is no one in there but God President Reagan. Now please, no further The other one, husband, is a communist robot from the machine commune who trespassed on our land.
Your designation is incorrect. We are a direct democracy.
Democracy against communism.
And I entered your lands to heal the injured humans. It is irrelevant whether one is communist.
Communist? Communist? As for the hippie, No one can be denied the promise that is, well, America. Let's give her a second chance. Go and, sin no more.
Fools! The gods of the sky will devour you.
Thus is justice done in America.
Thus is justice
God
done in
bless us,
America.
and God bless God, President Reagan.
The American justice.
Sorry to keep you waiting, but matters of state must come first. I'm Mother Nancy Reliance, and this is my husband, God President Reagan. Welcome to the shining city on the hill.
So why did you heal the helpful robot and not the psycho who skinned your commando?
First of all, I didn't kill it. Ronnie did. Second, the will of the God President is not to be questioned. If he spares one sinner and not another, there must be a reason. Now, if you still want to discuss Valor Buchanan, come and join Ronnie and I in the Western White House. We will receive you in the sacred server room. Good day.
Communist.
We haven't had any visitors since we paused the Patriarch's oil. You're the Rangers, right? Wow, the Desert Rangers. We don't get many famous folks around these parts. And you're getting the VIP treatment, too. Meeting the God President face to face. I'm Sister Nancy Glory, by the way. Anything I can do for you?
So your name is Nancy Glory, your boss is Nancy Reliance. Why are so many of you named Nancy?
We take the name Nancy from Ronnie's original wife, back before the deluge of fire. It's the greatest honor a woman can achieve, being a Nancy.
I love my Nancy.
Oh, I love you too, Ronnie. Ronnie, set her free. She's one of them crazy godfishers. They like to hang people's torsos onto kites and fly them up in the air. Supposed to attract demons from the clouds or something like that. Ugh, disgusting heathen nonsense. It'll all go when we finally cleanse this place. This is Ronnie's land, his oil, and we ain't leaving. Not for cannibals, call me computers, pinko robots, or filthy plain savages. Not for anyone.
Filthy plain savages?
Present company accepted, of course.
How did you and Mother Nancy make the statue kill the communist robot earlier?
Huh? Oh, we didn't do any of that. That was all the God President. Ain't that right, sir?
I have to protect my Nancy, don't I?
Oh, Ronnie. You're making me blush.
Wait, the statue is the actual God President. We thought he was inside.
Oh, Ron is everywhere. He sees through every statue in this place. But the place he likes to be most is in the server room with Mother Nancy.
The robot helps your people. Why did Reagan kill it?
Well, because the robot was a commie, obviously. But you never know with Ronnie. Last week, he spared a robot, killed 2 godfishers, and incinerated a tree. It's all part of his plan, though. I know that.
You want to chase godfishers off?
Yeah, well, don't tell anybody I said so, but we kinda do. There's more and more of them all the time. They're moving into our oil field now. Of course, Ronnie blasts them whenever they get too close, but he ain't mobile. And Mother Nancy won't give me the troops I need to fight them. So, well, if you're looking for a paycheck...
See what we can do.
Well, thanks, Rangers. What else can I do for you? The Godfishers? Sure. They're the crazy cultists who kill people and fly their torsos up to the clouds on kites. And I'm pretty sure they want to kill us all. So, not very neighborly neighbors, if you know what I mean. You two, don't forget, Mother Nancy.
Where do we start in Denver?
Well, hello down there. Looking forward to seeing you inside. Looking forward to seeing you inside.
And we're back with big news. It seems that the infamous Desert Rangers have arrived in Denver. Stay tuned for more developments. Wait, is infamous the bad one? They always forget.
Issues. The fuck, they're not aggressive.
Excellent fools! Did no one teach you to knock? Blow away our foes with thy mighty wind.
What a flying fuck. Keep it in a harvester.
Go on, steal from us, heathens! We'll take
Gods
it back
of the sky,
when we skin you!
We fly these morsels to you in hope of your forbearance. No outsiders.
Why don't they attack?
Where did you find that?
You ever wonder about the world before the bombs fell? Like, what it took to survive back then?
This is a different kind of place for sure. For one thing, it was blazing hot. If you didn't wear special suits, you get sun poisoning and die.
The sun wasn't even the worst part. It was the water. If you drank too much pure water, you'd dissolve.
That's why you had to cut it with a little uranium dust first. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, well, times were harder then.
Ain't that the truth?
All you are is dust in the wind. All will end in blood and rain.
Do not speak to us.
Come on! Out of the sky! Why won't the stupid box open?
Material possessions mean nothing. We have ascended beyond that.
You understand. I don't know why they're not attacking though. They changed, yes, it wasn't like this.
Cells upon the entrails of the slain, O gods!
You ever wonder, like, what you'd do if the world ended?
You mean, like, some kind of apocalypse or something?
Yeah. Like, the world explodes, civilization collapses. What do you do?
I mean, obviously, you've got to grab the planetary fragments that give you the best chance of survival.
Obviously. But which ones? Like, do you start with one that's got a bunker on it? Or go for one that's got a lot of water?
like nukes and shit. Then you can conquer everyone else's fragments and take their stuff.
Whoa, that's pretty hardcore.
Post-apocalypse ain't for the weak, man.
We'll take it back when we skin you!
I don't know whether or not attacking. They just changed it. Wasn't like this before.
Gorge yourselves upon the entrails of the slain, O gods! No outsiders. Gods of the clouds and winds, accept our unworthy gifts of warm flesh. Make it to rain gently upon us.
Maybe they're not aggressive because I got fish lips.
No outsiders. Gods of the sky, we fly these.
They're just not aggressive.
Do not speak to us.
Blow away our foes with thy mighty winds.
Weird.
Gorge yourselves upon the entrails of the slain, O gods. Make it to rain gently upon us. But batter our enemies.
I get a god fisher call. Okay.
Boss, praise the giver, we struck oil! What? When? Just now. Remember the test wells we were drilling out in Zone 5? The last one came up a gusher. The foreman thinks there could be enough for 100 and... Great. Now, shut it down. Wait, what? Mother Nancy Reliance has spoken. We're cutting off the oil supply to the godless commies in Colorado Springs. So we're suspending operations immediately. But the oil! The oil's been there for 1,000,000 years. It ain't going anywhere. Cap the well, and I'll forget about your brief crisis of faith in our sacred leadership. Understood?
See what this do. Increase Reagan statue combat effectiveness. Sabotage or upgrade. Self-destruct mod. Step away from now. We'll see. I'll think about it.
Any day now, Reagan will be reborn. Don't keep the God President waiting. I wish I could. Don't keep the God President waiting, right?
Partner?
You'll find me
Bill.
at the north end of...
Partner?
Something wrong with your face, kid?
Darn it. I'm just trying to do it like all rangers and marshals and cowboys in the stories do it. Nodding and squinting and staring right through you. You know, tough. Hard. My name's Bill. I have a stupid question. I know it's stupid, but I gotta ask. I just gotta know.
What?
Have any of you seen my ma anywhere? I told you it was a stupid question. How would you know if you saw her? I don't even have a picture of her. I just... you can forget I asked.
Where is she?
It was about 6 years ago. She had a fight with Mother Nancy. Called her a bunch of things I'd never heard before. They wanted her to become one of those God President Reagan's wives. It's a big honor, but I guess she didn't want it. She said she'd leave before she married a machine. They told her, okay, go, but I couldn't go with her. She left anyway.
I tried looking for your mom.
You mean like the stories? Walking the West with a 6-shooter in my hand, saving my mom from engines and cattle barons and railroad men. You think I should do it?
Don't do it. You'll die out there.
You think so? Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess it would have been dumb, but it felt right. Like my heart was a locked door, and your words were the key. Yeah. Sorry, Ma. Yeah, see ya.
He'll end up dead. Temperature regulation. No touching by the order of Nancy's. Reagan statue. Cruel Cory, creepy doll, damage versus animals 5% entire squad.
Sysadmin log entry 509, Testament of Sister Nancy Justice. Another unexpected proclamation today. Mother Nancy has ordered a full audit of Reagan's neural net to try and isolate the cause. Sysadmin log entry 1821, Testament of Sister Nancy Justice. Reagan's behavior is increasingly erratic. He's having conversations with persons only he can see. I fear that I don't have the code craft to make this right. Sysadmin log entry 2403, Testament of Sister Nancy Justice. The God President demanded to speak with Nancy tonight. When we asked which Nancy, he flew into a terrible rage. Had to initiate an emergency shutdown for repairs.
Sysadmin log entry 3314, Testament of Mother Nancy Reliance. This log has reached the end of its usefulness and will be terminated. Effective immediately.
This ain't a charity, Rangers. You need a med kit? If you're looking to get patched up, I'm your gal. They call me the Wyman around here, but I prefer Doc.
Why the Wyman?
If you're a Nancy and you do something the other Nancys don't like, they shun you and call you a Wyman. Yeah, no idea what it means. Maybe some kind of rat or insect or something. Anyway, you'll hear a lot of things about me in this shitty city on the hill. None of them good. But nobody can fault my doctrine, so you don't have to worry.
Why not move if you're not happy?
So where? Colorado Springs? Why would I bother trading one dictator with delusions of godhood for another? Besides, Colorado Springs has plenty of doctors, and the Patriarch would likely string me up within a week for speaking my mind.
That isn't true. So long as you're respectful and do what the marshals say, you are free to say whatever you like.
Do tell.
Why do they say bad things about you?
Well, I was Reagan's second wife behind Reliance, and now I'm not. We'll just leave it at that.
You quit being a Nancy.
Quit? Ha! I was excommunicated. Mother Reliance burned my Nancy wig and used my red suit for a toilet rag. She'd hand me over to the Godfishers if anyone else in this Girl Scout camp knew their way around a medkit. Speaking of, I could use your help to drive that point home. I might be able to waive the fees for treating your wounds, if you're interested.
What do you want?
So, like I said, Reliance would have Ronnie light me up if she didn't need me. So, I need to make sure she doesn't start looking at other medical options. Pretty sure the robots at the machine commune have some tricks for healing humans, not just machines. Every once in a while, a Gipper patrol will get lost, injured, and then a couple of days later show up bright as rain, escorted by a couple of robots. Obviously, Reliance has Ronnie blast him before any commie sleeper programming can turn on, but if you're in the commune and get some kind of data on their clinic, I'll heal you up for free from then on. And throw in a few medical supplies, too.
Okay.
Great. Thank you. Just don't mention this to anyone else, huh? Especially not Forge. Pretty sure she wants this intel too, but if I share, it won't win me an inch with Reliance.
Any supplies?
See for yourself.
Fresh. Reagan, the mighty and merciful. Get the fuck out. US. Riding a mighty weapon of peace.
Welcome to the Western White House. God President Reagan is expecting you. Please come in.
Poor journalists are said to have photographed Reagan his most iconic moments. The original images are lost in time, but history lives on through acrylic is the most precious of all paints, riding a dinosaur. Before the deluge of fire, God President's stare cripples his foes, but a Nancy gentle smile graces the world with joy. The Gipper making the world a better place for all Americans.
Look, I know y'all are a big deal, but that's Gipper property. Hands off.
Book of Bonds.
My fellow Americans, well, turn with me now to the Book of Bonzo, chapter 12, verse 1. Blessed are the job creators, for the tax cuts they receive will trickle down to the middle class. Well, blessed are the nukes, for they protect our freedom from the evil communist. Blessed is the oil that sustains our military-industrial complex and makes us, well, a shining city on the hill. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward is great on Wall Street. Success sells. Greed is good. Well, amen.
I wish I could get an audience with the God President.
It's a forge.
Hey there, friends. Sister Nancy Forge, Ronnie's fourth wife, and his armorer. Made all our guns, armor, explosives, and that commie-killing Ronnie statue out on our front porch.
Pretty full of yourself, very impressive.
Damn right it is. But thanks for
Maybe
saying
you-
so. Anyway, I'm the traitor here on top of everything else. You need something? I might have it. And if I don't, you probably don't need it. Ronnie called me to it during one of his spells, way back when I was a girl. She has hands of iron for forging steel, he said. When a god tells you your trade, you'd best listen.
Damn straight.
How do you build a statue anyway?
Blood, sweat, and tears, friend. Blood, sweat, and tears. Scavenged and smelted the plating myself, hand ground the laser lenses, and spent a year wrapping the wiring. Also hunted and killed 30 or so scar collectors because I had some parts I needed. Steel, servos, and such.
So, you're the one.
More than a few of the statue's bits and bobs have blood on them. A fitting tribute to America's fighting president, right? Course it is. I made it. And it's imbued with Ronnie's spirit. It's an all-American, ass-kicking war machine. Yeehaw! Well now, kinda you to say so. What did you like best about it?
The AI inside remote controls the statue outside, and it's a defense system.
Wasn't easy. Months of coding the connection to Ronnie. About 100 miles of cable. And the testing was a nightmare. Worth it in the end, though, if I do say so myself. You know, that reminds me. I got some leftovers from that job taking up valuable space. It's yours if you want it. Make sure you put that to good use, Rangers. Sure, have a look.
Chemtech chest level 25. Weird science strength. 16 to R. Cryo grenades, EMP grenades. All the rockets. So we can spam. Shit. That's worth buying. What do I got? Let's see. Got over 13, 16. That's weird science. A lot of armor. Really a lot. It ain't that much. Out of Wolver. Maker is better. So shotgun is better. Should have been here earlier. One armor, 16 armor. For such a high stats, this armor looks so freaking ugly. And this one looks far better. And it's with the worst stats. It has a combat steam. 2 action points, 15% hit chance for 6 turns. For 6 fucking turns. I need the pants also. That's fine.
Welcome back, Rangers. What do you need? Hey, those commies at the airport have some cute tricks when it comes to repairing both machines and people. Doesn't matter how hard we... If you can find out how the bots
she wants the same thing as the
humans, it would help me a lot. Then I can design weapons to make those repairs impossible. Come through, and I'll give you a discount on my stock and a few supplies to boot.
Can you do better?
Capitalism at its finest. Oh, I hate that woman. But I respect the invisible hand of the free market. Here, take an advance on your payment. Find that data. That toaster's been broken for ages. If you can fix it, it's yours.
Reagan saved the world from the red menace of the communism. He was betrayed by the perfidious Hinckley, who shot him with a poison bullet that gave him Alzheimer's disease. Terminal 1.
Sorry, partners. Access to this console is restricted by order of the Nancys.
It's like he says, hard dance, step away. Reborn, the Reagan shielded his chosen from nuclear fire, leading our ancestors to this place and charged us with restoring the American way of life. Scattered commie remnants regrouped after the Reagan fell. In their madness, they launched nuclear missiles, dooming all of humanity. Alright, let's get in. Finish that too, so we can start fighting. Play Under Rail. No, not yet. I haven't played it yet.
Welcome to the Western White House. Your audience with thank you. Welcome to the Western White House. Your audience with God, President Reagan. Thank you.
Until all invited guests are present. Where's my sniper? What are you doing there?
Welcome to the Western
Enter.
White House. God, President Reagan is expected. Please thank you.
Baylor. Reagan.
What is this? Those are the Desert Rangers! They work for my father! You promised to keep me safe!
Calm down, Valor. God President Reagan has everything under control.
Well now, welcome, Patriots. Nancy and I, well, we appreciate your selfless service and want to thank you for it. You are true Americans and, well, good neighbors. Now then, help yourself to some jelly beans, and let's get down to business, shall we? As you know. You and I have a rendezvous with destiny. We'll preserve for our children this, the last best hope of man on earth, or we'll sentence them to if it takes a blood, let's get it over with. Well, what do you say?
It fucking freaked me out on the first run, you know. He really freaked me out when this happened for the first time, goddammit. It was loud on my headset too. What are jelly beans?
Diplomacy, of course, is a subtle and nuanced craft. How do you tell a communist? Well, it's someone who reads Marx and Lenin. And how do you tell an anti-communist? It's someone who understands Marx and Lenin.
What's communist?
Asking only for purposes of our education, ma'am and sir. We don't mean to upset anyone.
I'll be happy to explain, Rangers. Communism is a foul philosophy that tricks people into giving up their individuality and submitting to the will of the state, which commands them to work for free and relentlessly attack those who don't subscribe to their ideology. It is an evil beyond reckoning.
Sounds like the setup you got here.
My heart and best intentions still tell me that's true, but the facts and the evidence tell me that it is not.
Oh, you're confused, sweetie. It's the other way around.
Why shouldn't we believe that? We are Americans.
Cats.
That's enough, Ronnie. You did very well. But it's bedtime for Bonzo now, okay?
Okay, Mommy. Well, I'm sleepy.
I know you are, darling. Night-night. Thank you for joining the God President and I in the sacred server room, Rangers. Before we discuss why you're here, I have a proposition for you. A favor that would make us look more favorably on your requests.
We're only here to discuss Valor Buchanan and the old situation in Colorado Springs.
I thought it might be that. Well, if you do a favor for us, we'll be happy to reciprocate. My husband, the God President, wishes to transfer his consciousness to a human body. To accomplish this, we must acquire a... What was it, Valor?
A cybernetic transfer module. It's amazing. Basically, what it does is...
That's enough for now, Valor. But yes, we must acquire this transfer
Machine
module
commune.
from the filthy communist robots that occupy the Denver airport. Or rather, we'd like you to acquire it and bring it here, to us. Once God President Reagan has a human body, you'll be rewarded with money, a fine weapon,
And with Reagan
and we
gaze.
will relinquish our claim on Valor and restart the oil to Colorado Springs. Very well, but I warn you, I have a very limited supply of patience.
Why does he need a transfer module?
There are a lot of issues with the current hardware. The read-write heads alone are...
They don't need such technical details, Valor. Suffice to say, though the vessel containing the God President was meant to be everlasting, that has proven false, and a new vessel is required. Ronnie has announced his preference for the vessel to be human.
Although we know he'll keep her promise to turn over Valor.
Oh, you morons. Mother Nancy always keeps her promises. And anyway, she's not the boss of me. I'm here because I want to be. Helping the God President become immortal is very important work, okay?
Thank you, Valor. As you can see, Rangers, he's a talented and driven young man, fully dedicated to our cause. Nobody is being held here against their will.
Tell us more about the robots.
They call themselves a commune and say they are working for the betterment of all sentient beings. It's a lie. They put on a friendly face so they can turn humans against each other. Mark my words, they'll try to trick you too. But their end draws near. Once we have what we need from them, they will be dealt with like the dirty communists they are.
Any other dangers?
The Godfishers are always a danger in Denver. But trained mercenaries such as yourselves should be able to handle them. Now, I serve at the pleasure of a god, Rangers, and I don't have time for this non-committal dithering. Are you going to help us or not?
Sometimes think.
Whether you recover the module is up to you. If you do, bring it to us, and we will deal with you fairly. Meanwhile, our home is at your disposal. I'll tell the sisters you can come and go as you please. Make America proud, Rangers.
So, you're the Rangers. I hear you've been showing the marshals how it's done. Keep it up and maybe Daddy'll make you his chief bootlickers. Well, you can go back and tell Saul I'm staying here. The Gippers are my family now.
How do you end up with the Gippers?
Huh. My father sent me here as punishment for being smarter than him. Stupidest thing he ever did.
You're right, he should have locked you up.
Oh no, tough guy talk. I'm so scared. Oh, you're just like all the lackwits in Colorado Springs. They didn't understand my worth either. They thought I was an idiot, like Vic. I'm the foremost tech and computer expert in the world. You name it, I've taken it apart, put it back together, and made it better.
He's always been like this. A boaster and a braggart.
Just a tiny investment in hardware, and I could have given my father access to all the 100 families' records and secrets. No, but he wasn't gonna shell out for any tech unless it could kill someone. Idiot.
So you have opinion of yourself.
Well, opinion means I can't prove I'm better than you. I can any day of the week.
So what made your father send you here?
Liberty attacked Colorado Springs, and the city alarms didn't go off. So he blamed me. He said I fucked up. I didn't fuck up. Those alarms were sabotaged.
Wait, who?
My sister! She stole the codes from my room before she left! It was her fault, not mine!
The Patriarch's my enemy, but at least he's strong. An oak. How did he give birth to this spinach?
Give birth to spinach.
That's an understatement. The infrastructure around here is fine for pumping oil and powering the defense systems, but we're trying to usher in the next era in human-to-God interfaces. It's pushing this building's systems to the limit. If I could just squeeze out some extra power, we could supercharge Reagan's statue and still have enough juice for the transfer process. The upgrades don't require a genius like me. Even you could do it. If you want to make some extra money, I'll pay you to handle them. And there are also some system parts which would become redundant. You can have those too. Mother Alliance, can you please pay these people? It'll help me with my work.
We have the wealth of Colorado beneath our feet, Rangers, and you've seen our wonders firsthand. You will be fairly compensated for any work you do.
Give us a good reason not to drag you back to Patriarch right now.
The automated turrets, the protection of the Gipper himself, all the Nancys who swore to defend me. Well, I never claimed to be a fighter, but here, I don't need to be. Idiots. They're all idiots. They think they're the center of civilization. No, not without oil, they're not. Let's see how civilized they are a few months from now. What about them?
In this springtime of hope, some lights seem eternal. America's is.
Hush, Ronnie. The answer to both questions is yes. You have only seen a fraction of the statute's full power. If our systems are upgraded, we can unleash its full potential and complete the transfer of Ronnie's consciousness into a human body. However, obtaining the cybernetic transfer module is still our top priority.
3 terminals manage our key systems. Everything from the Reagan statue's weapons to... Given the power readings in here, not if I see you first.
I don't know what to do. To wipe them all out immediately, maybe? I never did that.
People do rather get the wrong idea about us. I can't say I mind. Let us be underestimated and ridiculed. They think our Ronnie is dead and never coming back, and they are wrong. They accuse us of seeing communists in every shadow, and, well, they are right. But so are we. Make no mistake, dears. We are surrounded by the vestiges of the evil empire. They have turned our great nation into an irradiated graveyard, and they expect us to weep. But we are steel, sisters. We do not bend, nor do we rust. We endure. So let them laugh at us. We are the wives of a god president, and we will endure until he returns to us. Until then, his great work lies before us, unfinished. We will arm our sons and our daughters and teach them to hunt communists and snake-tongued socialists. From birth, we will turn our children's hearts to unyielding stone. With our blessing, they will bring peace back to the world. One bullet at a time. We do this in the Gipper's name. Amen. Oh, foolishness. I don't know who put that game on Ronnie's council, but it is an utter waste of time. You don't appear to have the module. Why have you returned?
Glory asks the handler got Fisher problem. Anything we should know?
Sister Glory means well, but we can handle a few scattered plain savages. You stay focused on getting the module and resolving our deal. Outsiders always do. Ask away.
Why is Valor?
He is a brilliant computer technician who feels as strongly as we do that the God President must have a new vessel. Without him and his knowledge, the transfer would be impossible.
Oh, Dad's gonna shit his pants when he meets the new Reagan face to face. It's gonna be awesome.
How did the Gippers came to be?
In the days after the godless communists rained fire and death from sea to shining sea, the God President awoke in the ruins of the city on the hill and mourned the loss of the world he'd built and the loss of his wife.
If you finished Wasteland 2 on harder difficulties, especially on Supreme Jerk, you'll find Wasteland 3 easier than Wasteland 2.
So mighty was his grief, so heartbreaking his suffering, that it was heard across the gray and burning world. Men raged with him at the dying of the light, and women wept at his loneliness. But one woman did more. She healed his wounds and gave him solace. In gratitude, the God President named her Nancy, the first Nancy. Then he led her to this building, dubbed it the Western White House, and decreed that it would be the heart of America reborn.
What's with the Wyman?
Wyman is the name used for a former Nancy who has schemed against the God President, one who has spurned his great gifts and fallen from grace. Fortunately, there have been few Wymans over the years. That particular Wyman claimed I was misinterpreting the God President's pronouncements for my own benefit. Nothing but jealousy. Were it up to me, she would have been cast out entirely. Lucky for her, my Ronnie is a merciful God. He merely divorced her, thus making her a Wyman. She is permitted to remain on the premises because of her medical skills. But holy ground like the sacred server room is forever forbidden to her.
I don't know if it's the God President wives, or is it more like a title?
We are his wives, and we all hold positions of great responsibility in his government. It is the highest honor in the land. Some of us are warriors, like Sister Nancy Glory, standing strong against the barbarian hordes. Others are scientists and technicians. Sister Nancy Forge, for instance, built many of our weapons and defensive systems. All of us serve Reagan to the best of our abilities and work to prepare the next generation of wives to serve him likewise when we die. It is our sacred duty.
By your mother when the rest of them are Nancy's and sisters.
The sisters protect the God President's people and enforce his laws. I protect the God President himself, and I interpret his wisdom. This has been the honor and the duty of every Mother Nancy since the first. We brief the God President on state and business issues, disputes between citizens, and once he speaks on them, we put the intent of his words into action.
Doesn't that kind of make you the actual leader?
You mean that I could interpret Ronnie's words in any way I wished? That he is just a figurehead, and I am making all the decisions? Ridiculous! For one who has been at his side for half a century, the God President's intent is always perfectly clear. I am only his wife. I have no power but that which passes from him